A Message to Lightworkers, May 19, 2017. The latest guidance from the Ascended Masters, Galactics, Earth Elementals, Fairy Elders, Angels and Archangels known as the Collective. Greetings, creators of the new Earth. We are pleased to have this moment to speak with you today. We are aware, perhaps more than you, of your growing ability to see beyond the veil that has hung thickly between you and that which exists in the etheric, while also obscuring your view of how things work in your world. We see that veil disappearing now, causing much consternation to those who have depended upon it for so long to cover their intentions and actions. And yet we see your increasing ability to see through any prevarication, any covering or cover-up or false representation, whatever form it might come in. You have felt the growing energies of despair, chaos, and disruption flowing through your world now, whether in the areas of economics, politics, environment, or media. And as we have noted before, these elements often herald the death of the old and the birth of the new. They are not to be feared or resisted. If you find yourself suddenly feeling fear, stress, or worry about something, whether it is your health or finances or home, or that of a loved one, do not react as you have been trained to react. That old fear for survival mechanism no longer applies to the life you are now living. You are more and more now taking on the fifth-dimensional capacity to see beyond appearances, and that is a skill long reserved on your planet for those with the inherent psychic awareness or technology needed to view the potentials of any one timeline, and its many offshoots. You are exceeding these ones in all ways, though you do not know it, and have not yet admitted it to yourselves. But how could I possibly be sensing more than those who have psychic skills or access to 5D technology, you may ask? We shall tell you, no mental gift or 5D tech could possibly outrun the insights of fifth-dimensional consciousness, because that consciousness is fluid. Fifth-dimensional consciousness borrows from dimensions above its own, sometimes far beyond its own, and it carries as well the soul charge of each individual embodying it. So that even if you believe your soul to be a prisoner of some very old, very dark matrix which it is not, you are able now to grant yourself the insights of those soul family members, angelic beings, ascended masters, and others whose presence is increasingly becoming more and more real to you. You travel in the etheric to speak with them each night while in your sleep state, as you work to bring your life mission and your soul family's earth mission to greater fruition. This has been true for some time, but in the current energetic cycle of light data pouring into Earth, and she is now able to absorb the light more and more fully, thanks to your growing consciousness, you are more and more aware of those conversations and actions, as you awaken in the morning. This too is part of the veil dissolving. You may awaken and feel that you were just a moment ago speaking with a group of people, a friend who knows you well, an ascended master, a member of the Ashtar Command, a soul family member, your twin flame, and still be somewhat in that conversation as you awaken. And so it becomes more than a matter of evolving and developing those siddhis you have so long desired to possess, such as teleportation, telepathy, or helping others heal. It becomes more a matter of realizing you are not who or what you were told you are. For one, you are very highly skilled, partly due to the numerous past lives in which you developed higher forms of communication, energetic alchemy, and co-creational ability, in addition to your inherent soul abilities. For another, you are now increasingly remembering your greater role. Many of you are peacemakers, ship captains, transmuters of energies, sound light color healers, intergalactic ambassadors, historians, artists, and many other countless roles that lightworkers perform on a higher level. This remembering is affecting your life on every level. Many who come to us with their questions greatly desire to know their life purpose, and what their special skills or life work is. We would say that on quite a significant level, you know this already. It is a question of allowing yourself to admit that certain areas of interest have always fascinated you, that you always seem to already know about, and desire to know more about, whether or not they seem to be part of the paid work world. Becoming aware of your role on Earth is a matter of listening to the myriad inner nudges and light-filled ideas that pop into your mind and heart throughout the day, and acting upon them, heeding them as coming from your own higher self, for those suggestions that feel light and positive do indeed come from your spirit guides and higher aspect. And it is a matter of understanding that in many ways, you are already doing that which you came here to do. You may wonder how that could be, when you don't feel to be in a job or business or practice that seems to be fulfilling or important, as you define these. We assure you that you came in mainly to anchor and to inwardly and outwardly demonstrate the energies flowing to the earth now. These have been flowing steadily for 30 years or more, and in the past few months of the year you call 2017, have powerfully increased in intensity and speed of flow. This onslaught of higher light will only continue. And as you nightly travel to be with your twin flame and soul family, you increasingly regain now, more than forget upon awakening, the sense of your true nature, your actual role, your real history, all of that which has been disguised, repressed, disregarded, and denied by your rulers for eons. We wish to say, that even holding open the possibility, holding the intention, of stepping into your actual, authentic self, and that man or woman's authority, wisdom, and power, is enough to begin the flow of information, images, and higher light you seek, and to give you the answers you desire. And do we find that you have lived in sad and elementary terms all these centuries, during which you have striven to rise above the fray of your world in so many ways, mainly, outer ways? We would say, that you knew the pain and sadness of the world you were rejoining, with every earth journey, and that still, no one could hold you back from the joy and excitement of taking on yet another mountain climb. And so certainly, there are those days when you do not feel powerful, days when the energies feel to be too exhausting, when you wonder if you will make it to the ascended crystalline state you so desire, when you criticize yourself in the myriad ways that human beings use to tell themselves they are not enough. And on those days, dear ones, try with all your might to hear us cheering you on, holding the vision you return to earth with, and celebrating Nasara with you, as if it had already occurred in your time. For indeed, you carry the reality of that beautiful new day in your very body, mind, and spirit. It cannot be denied you, and has recently stepped into greater solidity and readiness, as is needed for its fruition. This too, you came to anchor. This new moment that changes every moment that comes after, developing into the sacred new earth you came to help create. Understand that you are already doing so, or you would not still be here. Namaste, Light Warriors. We are ever by your side. Channeled by Caroline Oceana Ryan. CarolineOceanaRyan.com